ENAUTO Section 5 Summary Challenge. Implementing Model-Driven Telemetry. Which open source tool can be used to build a reliable streaming telemetry infrastructure? Apache Kafka, Messaging Bus, and the Elk Stack. Not Excel spreadsheets for sure. Free range routing. I don't even know what that is. Neither I know what text FSM is. So definitely the course covered, well, not covered, but mentioned Apache Kafka, which is the streaming, streaming platform, distributed streaming platform. Which type of stream is used for both netconf and gRPC transport protocols? Okay, so there are two types of streams possible. One is Yang push, and another one is Yang notif native or native notif, native notification. So, and the one which is the native notif native, it is only supported by netconf. But both netconf and gRPC support Yang push, and others are non-existent. Question 3. Which Yang statement is used to group together data with a single name but does not store any data itself? It's a container. I think it was covered in one of the earlier sections. What are two types of subscriptions? Subscriptions could be dial out. So that's the case when the subscription is configured kind of hard configured in a box, and it dials out from the box and just sends telemetry to specified receivers, right? And another one is dynamic, and dynamic is also called dialed in. So that's the case when a monitoring system connects over netconf, but I think it is also possible to do this through RESTconf to the box, and then it requests a subscription, and this subscription is short-living. So it starts sending data according to specified stream type, receivers, XPath filters. Yeah, and it just sends this data while the connection is still up. I'm not sure if I think it's not necessarily sending data to the same station which requested the subscription. It actually sends to a receiver, and receiver could be kind of a third system. But anyway, this is the dynamic subscription type. Which two of the following terms are used to describe the telemetry publications? Telemetry publications, periodic, every so often, on change, instantaneous, and frequent. Yes, so there are two types of subscriptions in terms of how they send data, right? And it can happen either periodically or it can be event triggered, and they will be sent on change. All right. Which protocol is used to create subscriptions? That's definitely netconf, because it's a protocol. CLI can also be used to create subscriptions, but it is not a protocol. And I think the third option to create subscription is RESTconf, but it is not present among the options. What are two MDT tools or technologies? And of course, MDT stands for model-driven telemetry. Tools or technologies. So pipeline is a tool or technology which is used in model-driven telemetry. And pipeline is an application which can consume data which is provided by the telemetry, and it can, for example, push this data to a JSON file on the disk, or send this data elsewhere, like for example to Apache Kafka. That's what pipeline can do. And of course, Yang is another component which relates to MDT because module driven, right? And these modules are Yang defined modules. Question 8 and the last one, which type of data encoding is provided by RESTconf but not netconf? That must be JSON. Netconf operates with XML natively. RESTconf operates with JSON. So that should be the answer.